All right, what is up? What is up, everybody? What is poppin'? How we doing today? What's up, D Free? What's going on? What's up with everybody else? Doing a little boxing talk. Um, so Ryan Garcia, huh? That's you guys saw that latest video? I don't know who he released it to. It's very weird. I think he might just be promoting, but he didn't have to. He didn't have to do this with Javante. Now, Javante, of course, is more popular than Devin, but he doesn't have to do this in general because he's a draw. So, why do we think Ryan is doing this? I don't get it. I don't get it. Um, I hope it's not just promotion because if it is, that's not good promotion. I feel like already with those two in the press conference, it's been a little um, too much promoting. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, they're trying to sell their fight, but it's negative, too much negative promoting. So if Ryan's doing this now, well, he's being negative towards himself. You know what I'm saying? It's a very I don't know what's going on. He said they won't let him use his phone. I mean, I don't really get what the video meant. Was he arrested? They froze his money. I mean, if your money is frozen and you're arrested or you can't use your phone, that's some kind of a legal thing. That's going to be either the feds, the cops, the IRS, something. Maybe the IRS. Maybe it's having tax problems. But I mean, I don't get it. Uh, but I don't like it. I find it very negative. So, what do you guys think? Talk to me. D free. You in D free? You in DC? You in the District of Columbia? I've never been. So it's like, how far are you guys from Brooklyn? Like 5 hours? I've never been. Never been to DC. Never been to Baltimore. My man Hassim Rahman. We started together. Never went to visit him. Marco in the chat. Angel, what is up? We're talking about this a few things, but first of all, this is Francis Ngannou and AJ fight, and Garcia, Ryan Garcia's latest video, which is weird because in the video he's saying they have my phone, they have this, they have that. Yet he's being recorded on a phone, and you hear a phone go ding. You hear like a text message come in. I mean, maybe it's the person who was recording him's phone. I don't know, but the whole thing was very strange, and I don't like it. Yeah, he was served with a warrant of obstruction of justice, possibly tampering with the evidence. Who was served with a warrant? Garcia? Thanks, Angel. But wait, who was served with a warrant? You're not talking about Jared Anderson, 'cause I know he got arrested. Um, but Ryan Garcia was served with a warrant? Nah. What am I missing? Oh, Big Baby. Yeah, I know Big Baby. I'm talking about Garcia. Yeah, Big Baby was tampering with that. But yeah, Big Baby's. Uh, I don't know what his deal is. I just saw him. Yeah, I just saw that he was arrested. And they said again. I didn't even know he was arrested the first time. So what are you gonna do? But I was watching. Did you guys watch that? The weigh-ins or not the weigh-ins, the arrivals, I guess, in Riyadh for Anthony Joshua and Ngannou. That was like a fun. That was like a really fun environment to be in, man. I talked with Antonio Tarver, who was. They flew him out there for the Fury Ngannou fight, and he said it was dope. He said they treat you like they fly you out, they pay for everything, they give you an appearance fee to be there. They put you up in the dopest hotels. Like everything is just dope. Okay. Anderson, he had the police following him for a while. He's not doing well upstairs, I think. Oh, him too, huh? I know. Remember, he had that instance with Roy Jones where you start crying. The pressure's too much. Ryan too. The pressure. See, it goes to show you, man. Some of the hardest dudes, the dudes who are the pause, but the toughest dudes who fight, man, myself included. Anybody who could fight, anybody who's been boxing their whole life, doesn't let anybody punk them, blah blah blah. You can still get mental issues. Um, and especially when you have that much pressure on you, when you're under the spotlight. Like Jared Anderson, don't forget, he was America's next hope, America's only heavyweight champion hope. That's it. That's a lot of pressure. Everywhere he goes, people being like, "What's up, yo? We can't wait for you to, you know, these Europeans got to go, and you're the man. You." He's only, what is he, 25? Maybe he's a kid. So I get it, man. Pressure, a lot of pressure. And then you got the other side of it. You got Ngannou, who's like almost 40. You got him fighting for, to possibly go. He might possibly fight for a heavyweight title. Like again, technically he fought for a heavyweight title. Well, he didn't. The belt wasn't up for grabs against Fury, but he fought the heavyweight champion his first fight. He might fight the heavyweight champion his third fight. He wins this, he gets the winner of Usyk Fury, which will be, I think, Usyk. But talk to me, guys. I don't have that much time today, but talk to me. What is on your minds? What fights we got coming up? We got Ngannou and Fury, Ngannou and Joshua this weekend, and what else we got coming up? That's very understandable. What's understandable? Which part are you referring to? Angel Diaz. I knew so many Angels growing up. What's up, Joe? 30 years ago tomorrow, a great little fight. James Toney versus Tim Littles. Do I? I was actually at James Toney versus Roy Jones in '94 in Vegas. I was at that. That was a dope fight. Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez. We'll see. We'll see. He has a lot of potential. He's a strong dude. Very aggressive. But his career's going not. I mean, we should be seeing more of him. I haven't heard of him since I saw him fight on. God, it was undercard. It was Tank and Rolly undercard. I saw him fight. I haven't seen him fight since. Oh, I want to make sure he's right upstairs. I just wish him the best. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? You gotta see. We gotta wait and see what's going on with these guys. The Ryan thing is very curious. I'd be pretty annoyed if his thing is just for promotion, just for or attention or whatever. That's not cool. I don't think it is, but you never know. That's the only problem these days with social media and that kind of stuff. Like people use it for good, but people also can use it for bad. And you got people doing things just to get attention or to sell tickets. And when you get people worried about you, or when you put negative energy out there, or you make other people think it's okay to behave that way, it's not cool. We should be talking about boxing, not what what dudes are having. Like if somebody's having a mental breakdown, we should, as a fans, we should be there for them. Words of encouragement. But if they're faking a breakdown, no good. No good at all. You guys think Ryan's faking it? Or do you think he's really going through it? I can't tell. Cannot tell. James Toney versus Tim Littles. I don't remember. I remember the fight. But I don't remember what happened. I know Tony won, obviously. Is that the one where he knocked the dude out, like folded him? Because at that point, James Toney was knocking out everybody. AJ committing career suicide with this fight. Interesting. You think so? I don't know. I wouldn't have taken it either if I was him. I agree with you there. There's no way I would have taken that fight. I think it's too risky. You know the old saying, everything to lose, nothing to gain. But I don't know if it's career suicide. I kind of like it just because I kind of feel like boxing is a little bit on the line. Whereas if a fighter who's had only one professional boxing match in his life can come in and almost beat the heavyweight champ of the world and then beat the second ranked contender in the world, which is Joshua, that's going to make boxing look bad. So I kind of hope boxing already looked bad from the first fight that they had, right? How close it was. So I really hope that Anthony Joshua finishes him, knocks him out, does it quick, does it impressive. So it kind of scraps all this MMA can come into boxing and handle, hold their own. Because there's no reason, there's no way and no reason in hell that he should be able to come into boxing with such little experience and actually beat our greatest heavyweights. It's just not possible. That Tony fight was one where he was cut and on the verge of losing and came back to stop Littles. Yeah, I remember that. He knocked him out. Well, it was like one punch, right? Yeah. It's weird. James, he was known for like lights out, but he didn't really have that many knockouts. He knocked out a couple people, like in real stunning fashion, like Michael Nunn, like Littles. But if you think about it, all of his fights at 68, 168 and above, he wasn't knocking people out. All of his big wins. Well, he knocked out Holyfield. That's one of his big knockouts. And okay, maybe I'm wrong here. Holyfield and the other dude, the Jirov, he knocked him out. So, AJ is a boxer. He should win. Yes, he should. I think AJ is going to knock him out. I think AJ is going to stop him. Maybe I don't know if he'll knock him out where he falls and he's out, but you know what? I said the same thing about Fury. I was like, Tyson Fury is going to knock this guy silly. Just big red shoes, a foam nose, just silly. Man, you saw what happened. Man, he got put down. And from that point on, Fury was like, oh, I'm keeping my distance. I'm playing this safe. Because the last thing, if he would have lost to Ngannou, although some people thought he did, but let's say he would have lost convincingly or with no question, wow. That could have instantly destroyed his career. Instantly. Especially because there's so many people waiting who don't like Fury, so they're waiting for something to happen. I don't know. But we'll see. Hopefully AJ takes care of business quickly. I just found out, I didn't realize this, that Parker's fighting Zhilei Zhang on that undercard on Friday. That's dope. Joseph Parker just fought. Well, not just, but what was that, 3 months ago, maybe? Where he fought Wilder? Seems like just. It was pretty recent that he fought Wilder. Now Parker's fighting Zhang. I'm actually more excited to see that fight. That's going to be a dope fight. I think Zhang will beat him. I think he's going to box him and maybe stop him. But if Parker beats Zhang, weirder things have happened. Because Zhang now, people look at him as like he might be one of the next guys in the heavyweight division. Even though he's 40, he's still wet behind the ears in terms of professional boxing. He doesn't have that many fights, and his biggest. He got a loss to Hrgovic, which most people thought he beat Hrgovic, and then he beat Joe Joyce twice, who I thought, by the way, and I'm on record of saying this, I thought Joe Joyce was very overrated. Mr. Lightning, what is up? Dope name. We're talking about Zhilei Zhang versus Parker. We're talking about Anthony Joshua versus Ngannou. We're talking about Ryan Garcia, his erratic behavior. And we're talking about Tank Davis versus Haney sparring. We're also talking about Haney versus Garcia. Will it happen? Um, if it happens, who wins? Or does Barbosa come in and fight Haney? Does Barbosa have a chance? Weirder things have happened. What if Barbosa jumps in, which is a curveball off the jump? And then what if Barbosa beats Haney to come in and become world champion? What if Barbosa becomes world champion off these weird, strange turn of events? That that would be something. Might happen. Might happen. I mean, what do you guys think? Talk to me. What do you guys think about Garcia Haney, about Garcia's actions as of late? Let me know. Let me know. Joe Mack or John Mack, what up? Haney, Tio is the fight. Tio is the fight with anybody. I think the two fighters in the lightweight division that you match them up with anybody, they're the most exciting, and the best fight will be them against each other, is Tank versus Tio. That would be extremely exciting. Mr. Lightning, Ryan been acting weird for sure, maybe stress. It's beyond weird. Concerning, I guess. Is it just promotion? Is he just trying to get people to tune in to see what's going on with him? Or is he really losing his marbles? It's hard to tell. He seems like he has a lot of pressure. He does seem a little out of it. But, if you don't know him, you have no idea. Hopefully the kid's okay. The fight might not happen. It's not looking like it's going to happen. No, nobody said it's not going to happen. Nobody's threatened to pull out, but that's a lot of erratic behavior. So who knows, right? It's hard to tell what's going to happen. But I hope we get the fight. I think that fight is not going to be competitive, though. I think Devin Haney is going to win easily. So I'd rather see Devin versus Tank, or Devin versus Tio, or even versus Matias. All those guys. The fact that Garcia's gotten this far keeps me up at night. Well, look, he could fight. He's not a YouTuber. Well, okay, he is a YouTuber, but he's a boxer turned YouTuber, not a YouTuber turned boxer. The kid has a deep amateur background. I think he won like 15 national titles as an amateur. He could fight. He has one of the fastest left hooks I've ever seen in my life. Literally one of the fastest left hooks in history, I think. If you were to time it with the speedometer or whatever. And he sparred all the greats of his generation, so he could fight. So I'm not surprised he got this far. He's a good-looking dude, hugely popular presence online, so why not? What's up, the Casanova pugilist? AJ getting stopped? Nah, you can't. Okay, so your name is Casanova Pugilist. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure you all know because all my subscribers are boxing pundits, but pugilist means a boxer. So if you're a boxer, Casanova boxer, means you love boxing. So why would you want to see a boxer get stopped by somebody who's only in his second ever boxing match? That makes the sport look like crap. So I don't care. I don't like Ngannou or AJ more than the other, but I want boxing to win. We already took an eye lumping from Tyson Fury almost losing. Cannot vote for. Please don't put that energy out there for AJ to get stopped. He says limited. He stays limited. You're right, Garcia. Well, his right hand, but I just saw, look up, there's this new pad work with him and Derek, and he's whipping a straight right hard and fast, just like his left. And he's saying after he whips it, like, oh, they say I don't got a right hand, huh? They say we don't got a right hand. And he's whipping it, and it looks really good. So he might be finally unlimiting himself, is my point. I got Haney defeating Ryan if Ryan doesn't pull out. Agreed. It's heavyweight, though power can overcome skill. It can, but it shouldn't, especially not 2 times in a row. And this isn't even skill, so I disagree. It's an experience thing I'm talking about here, not his skill. It's the lack of experience. That's why that shouldn't happen. Of course, anything can happen, but A lot of MMA fighters are strikers, not wrestlers. Yeah, but there's a difference between being a striker and a boxer. When you are throwing when you're throwing punches as a boxer, it's a totally different set of mechanics, a totally different set of things that you focus on, and the way your feet need to be planted, the way your shoulder. When you're an MMA dude, and I've never been one, but I just know in general, when you're gonna kick and you're not just throwing punches, that changes the whole dynamic of how your body is positioned, the way you plant your feet, the way your leverage is, all that's changed. So that's why they're usually not good not hard, good boxers, even if they're good strikers in terms of MMA dudes. Ryan seems to already have a lot built-in excuse whether he pulls out or loses. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't look like it's an excuse. It looks like he's really going through something. Oscar hadn't said anything, but yep, exactly. Most heavyweights are strikers. I wouldn't know, man. I don't watch MMA. Doesn't matter to me if he's MMA. If two people put on gloves and box in that ring, they're both boxers. I don't care if the sport looks bad. If Ngannou wins, it's a wake-up call to boxers if he does. Okay, well, that's your prerogative. I, on the other hand, do care. I'll give Ngannou his props. Don't get me wrong. If he wins, I was really surprised in how he looked against Fury. So I'll give him his props, but I don't know. I guess I've worked so hard, and as when I was a fighter myself, put in all the experience and all the years it took to learn and to fight. So to me, that's something I take seriously. It's something that I covet. It's important, and nothing beats experience. But you're right. Heavyweight boxing, one punch, and in boxing in general, one punch could end it. But especially in the heavyweights, you're right. It's one punch and boom. So we'll see. But we'll see. I just hope. I just hope. I hope it's a good fight. I'm excited for the Zhili Zhang and Joseph Parker fight on that undercard. I didn't even know that was on until today. That fight was on the undercard. Just found that out. But yeah. What do you guys think? Talk to me. Talk to me. Gotta root for the underdog, Ngannou. Gotta root for the underdog, Ngannou about what? You gotta root for the underdog, Ngannou by KO. I mean, nah. I'm not rooting for the underdog, Ngannou by KO. No, thank you. I'm rooting for the boxer. Because, man. But we'll see. What other fights we got coming up? If I have money on a fighter to win, I wouldn't want to hear they've been smoking weed and drinking. It sounds like a strange type of promotion to me. Yeah, that might not be. He might not be. That might be real. He just might be doing all the other erratic stuff as part of promotion. When AJ in trouble, you can watch the fight drain right out of him. It's a dog thing. Yeah, that's true. But he's also seems different as of late. But you're right, that has happened. Is Devin putting in game plans in case Ryan pulls out? Not Devin, but it looks like the promoters are putting in Barbosa. Which is weird. Maybe they saw what was happening already, because that's a lot of money. If somebody pulls out, and then they probably got to deal with refunds from tickets because a lot of people might not want to go if Ryan's not fighting. You know, I don't know how that works. I think you get a refund if the fight's, but I'm not sure. Does anybody know? If the main card changes and you already bought a ticket before, Is there any kind of fine print that says, fight card subject to change kind of thing? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. Do you guys? Does anybody know? Hmm. Let's see what we got here. If Devin putting, okay, yeah, you already asked me that. Yeah, so I don't know. But what other fights we got coming up, guys? Hit me. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. I know we got some stuff coming up in March, right? We got more fights coming up in March, don't we? Some big, good ones. When's no Usyk and Fury's in May, so that's not for a while. Whoa, when is better Bia than Bivol? When's that one? That's one I'm looking forward to. Gonna get us an undisputed light heavyweight champion. I mean, two fight plans. I mean, two fight. I mean, fight plans for one Ryan and one for the other guy. Nick Balls versus Vargas. Who's Nick Ball? Are you trolling? Who the hell's Nick Ball? Oh, June 1st is Bivol? Okay, good. That's a lot closer than May. Oh no, what am I talking about? That's even later than May. Damn, so nothing's coming up. We just got this one this weekend. Well, and the Haney one, that's in April. That's coming up. But as we know, that one is definitely, we're not sure what's going on with that one. Ryan got to get hair gel in his eye before the. Like Serrano. What's up, Mexican G? Oh, right. Ryan, not Ryan, Rolly versus Pitbull Cruz. Oh, you're saying Ryan versus, but Rolly's fighting Pitbull. That'll be fun. I want to see that one. He's a contender from UK, and there's some hype behind him. Nick Ball versus Vargas. What weight? What weight is Nick Ball? Supposed to be May 4th. What's supposed to be May 4th? Which one? The Ball one? And we're in March, so yeah. So I mean, the closest one is the Haney one. That one's here too. It's in my city. What's up, Jonathan? TX's. Rolly versus Pitbull will be a war. They're both brawlers. Yeah. I think Rolly's going to start. You saw Rolly retreated against Barroso? I think he's going to start the same thing. When he feels the pressure and the power of Pitbull, it won't be as much of a war as you think. Rolly's going to move, leap in, and then move. I don't think he's going to go toe to toe. Mark my words. Who the Fuchs is Nick Ball? Yep, exactly. We're going to find out, though. Canelo. What about Canelo? Nick Ball just beat Isaac. Dogbo. Nick Ball fights this Saturday. See? That's the thing with me. Like, I'm a hardcore boxing guy, but I guess because I'm involved so much with, like, the bigger names, I the stuff doesn't always hit my radar coming up. Like, the up-and-coming dudes. Like, I just recently found out about who Abdullah Mason is. And certain guys like that. So that stuff doesn't hit my radar until they're kind of already established a little more. So you guys are teaching me now. So I'm gonna look up Nick Ball. What's his record? I never heard of Isaac Dogbo either. See that? But I'm learning. Timbers Keith. Yes. That's a good one. I think I got Keith. Close. 60-40 maybe, Keith? Yes, John. Thank you. Please, everybody, hit those likes. Appreciate it. Really helps. Really helps facilitate the show. Please hit those likes. Now I'm hardcore and I don't even know that dude. Okay, good. So I go on the Boxing Voice a lot, and I mean, those dudes, Ness and Danny, know every single. They know fights that are happening in the back of a Dunkin' Donuts. They know fights that are happening in a church basement. Like, they know every fight. So it's impressive. 70-30. So you got 70-30 for Keith Thurman? I'm going for Thurman. I'm not going for. I think Thurman's going to win, but I'm not going for either person. Whoever wins, wins. But we'll see. They're sleeping on Keith Huge. 0.10 to 1. Dropped a G. See, I don't know anything about betting odds. What's that mean? So Keith is favored? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I never bet, so I know there's like minus 100, plus 4. I know all, but I don't really know what that means. Thurman winning, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Thurman's going to win too. But the one thing that made me discouraged that prediction was when I saw them face off. And Costa Zoo. I should do a video of Costa Zoo, right? But Tim Zoo's size advantage made me a little like, ugh. Because he looked to me, is it just me, guys? He looked significantly bigger. And this is Keith's first fight at that weight. Keith might not be a natural 54-pounder. And Zoo, who's still a child in his 20s, might be a natural 60-pounder or 68. He just still can make that weight because he's young. So this could be one of those, size differences that can really matter. Because when you're smaller, not only do you not hit hard enough to hurt a bigger guy, but your body frame can't take shots from a much naturally bigger person as well. So that works both ways. If Tim loses, what's next? Because that's not a good look. It's not. I wouldn't have fought Thurman if I was Tim. Because what are you gonna gain out of beating an old guy who hasn't fought in like 3 years? It wouldn't look good for him. It depends how he loses too, though. It's a good fight, but I don't want to encourage and reward fighters taking long layoffs, skipping buying that one. Wasn't he injured? I mean, like, why not? If he was injured, it's not his fault. Maybe if he was just philandering and whatever, didn't care, that's one thing. But I think he was injured. That's why he took the layoff. Tim Zoo's the favorite, but betting are tilted in Zoo's favor. Okay. Tim Zoo is favored. 1,000 bet on Thurman wins you 10,000. Wow, really? So what would that turn out to, like 10 to 1? Is like when you do it like 3 to 1, 4 to 1. What would that's 10 to 1, right? 10,000 to 1,000 has to be 10 to 1. Wow. Okay, so somebody should be betting on Thurman. I wish I bet, man. There's a few, but I don't bet ever. The one fight that I remember being like, I was about to bet on was Tyson versus Holyfield. I was like, there is no way in hell Tyson could never lose to this guy. Just got stopped. He's old. He has these heart problems, and you saw what happened. Yeah, 10 to 1. Okay, that's pretty good. I guess we'll see. That should be a good fight, though. That should be a good fight. Fights are closer than the odds are. Yeah, I mean, who determines the odds anyway? How's that work? That just goes by who bets, right? They should have a board of we should create a little boxing union where we put out odds and maybe I should do that. You guys think I should do that? Create a little union where all of my subscribers, we all get together and we vote and we have our top 10 in each weight category. We only have one belt, which would be the lineal. We make odds on fights by doing polls. Because then when you get a bunch of people who really know boxing, who really watch it and know it, we judge fights too. We do polls, we judge fights. When you get people who really know boxing, and when you get a whole bunch of them at once, when you have a huge sample size, that really gives you a really, really razor sharp, accurate depiction on who won or who should be champion or, etc. I only bet when they got it this wrong. Okay. Odds makers determine, I guess, that's the market plus the layoff. Yeah. Thurman. Yeah, do it. I should do it. I should do that. Maybe I will. We'll start doing polls. I do a lot on you guys. By the way, guys, everybody here, please hit the like button. Please, 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 all hit that like button. It really helps me. I do a lot about polls. I don't know if you guys see it on my my posts page. I do a lot of polls. and the polls get a lot of I'm getting between 10 to 20,000 votes on almost every poll, um, which is dope because it really gives you an idea. One thing I've seen though about the polls, which is annoying, is most people always choose a fighter who's more well known. Like if I could put a legend who fought in the '90s, which will totally go over the head of anybody in their 20s right now, and they just will pick anybody from today. Like they'll pick Tank Davis over uh, Sugar Ray Leonard. They'll pick Tank Davis over Aaron Pryor. Like they'll pick because they know him, but they don't know these other guys really. And I feel like they think if they watch the footage and the footage is all old and grainy, maybe that they think the fighter sucks because the footage is bad. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Who goes undefeated longer, Devin, Shakur, Tank, and who ends up with the best legacy? I don't know. Maybe Devin? I don't see Tank losing, but because of his physical um, disadvantages, he might be able to lose eventually if he keeps going up in weight. Shakur too, and Tank and Devin and Shakur too. I could both see them. They're really hard. Like Devin engages more. Shakur's more likely to not engage and just win, even if it's lackluster. He'll get that victory. Hard to tell. Tank will probably have the best legacy because he's a knockout puncher. He's exciting and he's very controversial outside the ring. So he'll probably have the most popular legacy. Let's say maybe not the best, but the most known. They have people figuring it, but the ones for boxing aren't like the ones that figure out the spreads. Yeah, that's true. Tank or Devin? I guess I'll have to go with Tank, but just it's hard to tell. I want to see their next fights. That'll give me a much better idea. But I think I'd go with Tank, but very close. Like 55-45 or 51-49, like close. I see Shakur losing first. I don't know, man. How? You can't catch him. He'll pop you with a jab and just circle. He's too defensive minded. It'll be hard for somebody to beat him. It won't be exciting or fun, but I don't care for Devin, but he's accomplished the most so far. Why don't you care for Devin? He has accomplished the most so far. I agree. Well, him and Tio were close in record in terms of resume. Hey, Marco, what's good? What's up, Chris? How's it going? I see Shakur getting knocked out, honestly. I don't know, man. Has he ever even been hurt? I don't think he's been down. Has he ever even been hurt? I don't even think he's ever been hurt. What makes you think he'll be knocked out? Like, what have you seen? Hit the likes. Word up. Thank you, Chris. I just told everybody that. I can't see how many likes I have when I'm in StreamYard, so I have no idea. But if I have more than, I don't know, I'd like to get up to 100 likes. That'd be nice. I didn't like it when he called white people weak. Just bothered me. Who called white people weak? Devin? You're Mexican, but you're defending my peoples? Thank you. I didn't even know he said that. Devin said that? I remember Hopkins said it, and Andre Durrell or Anthony Durrell, one of the Durrells said that. Or they just said a white boy will never beat them. They didn't say white people are weak, but especially when you arguably lost to a white boy. Oh, right. Loma. He said that about Loma? Are you mixed? You white and Mexican? What are you? Talk to me. Or black and Mexican? What? So when did Devin say that white people are weak? Oh, who was he referring to? I never heard that. I'm probably going to be back on tonight, guys, around 10-ish. Trying to do more of these. You're mixed. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to. I feel like these comments don't come in quick. Like when people type and they hit it, I feel like even though you see it come in, I feel like I don't see it. Like right now, I don't see anything besides I'm mixed. I don't know. Maybe it's a StreamYard thing. I don't remember the exact timeline. Okay. Who was he talking about though? Yeah, I don't know. I think he's pretty good though. Devin would be hard to beat. What up, Mario? Dev said he won't lose to a white boy years ago when he was chasing Loma. Did he? Join the club. How many black fighters have said that? Bunch. Um, what are you gonna do? I don't take it like whatever. I mean, I guess it'd be cool if he didn't say it. It'd be cool if none of us talked about that race stuff. So it's just not a thing. But I guess that's reality and whatever. It's just to me, it's just trash talk. He's just trash talking. Um, although I think Ryan's pops went a little overboard with the whole nappy head thing. That was a little much. Uh, like I said, I'm pretty sure Mexicans do not have the license to say that. I'm pretty sure. I said this before. I know Boricuas, Puerto Ricans. I grew up in New York. They might, because Puerto Ricans have a lot of black mix in them. They can maybe talk about nappy hair, but not Mexicans. I think that I'm pretty sure that's against the rules. What's up, Anthony? And didn't lose to Loma. Kept his word. Well, that's debatable though, Mario. I watched that fight twice. I had each guy winning both times. I had Devin winning when I watched it live, and then I had Loma just pulling it off when I watched the replay. But I think, if anything, because that was widely regarded as a close fight, that comment he made didn't age well because it's not like he beat him convincingly. But you're right. Technically, on paper, in the record books, he did not lose to him. So that's true. Yeah, I didn't know Dev said that. Dev seems cool. I've talked to his pops before, like one-on-one, but never Devin. Sounds like it should have been a draw. Yeah, probably. I agree. Ryan's dad comment about Bill's hair was way overboard. Yeah. I'm surprised it wasn't more backlash at that, especially in today's climate. Maybe because he's Hispanic, people didn't, you know what I'm saying, like go at him as, I don't know. I'm surprised it wasn't more people getting really upset over that. As it was real cringy. When I heard it, I'm like, oh no, don't say that. Should have been a draw, in my opinion. Haney didn't win that fight convincingly. Draw's fine. Draw's fine. Loma apparently landed more punches, if I remember correctly. CompuBox. But the thing was, Loma landed more punches in spurts where he was throwing combinations, but Devin seemed to more control the distance and like boom, boom, and move. So Devin seemed to control the fight, and Loma seemed to get in spurts. And so Devin would land more jabs, 1-2s, and control the fight more frequently throughout the rounds. But Loma would be able to get in, less frequently get in, but land way more punches and bunches at once. That's kind of what I remember about that fight. It's been a while since I see it. You going live with Blue this Friday? I don't know if I'm going to go with Blue or go with the boxing voice. Which one you guys think I should go with? I'm not sure. I'm going to go with one of them. One or the other. Loma didn't win convincingly either. That's true. Nobody won convincingly. It was a very close fight. Oh, a lot of people thought Loma, that's one thing I was like, what? People were like, Loma beat him. People were like, this is ridiculous. I think it was T.I. or Nelly or somebody was like, I'm not watching boxing anymore. This is why. I'm like, come on. That was not that crazy. Like, that fight was close. They act like the dude was getting dropped every round and both eyes were swollen shut. And they gave it to the other guy. Like, wasn't, That's why it should have been a draw. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly why it should have been a draw. A draw wouldn't have been bad. A draw would not have been bad, but it wasn't. So what are you gonna do? I only watched it twice. Honestly, to me, kind of boring, that fight. Yeah, I know. I might ruffle feathers saying that, but it was kind of boring. There's something about a fight where neither, like literally within 2 rounds, for a fact neither guy, forget about knocking out the other guy, neither guy is even going to hurt the other guy. There's something about that where that they can't hurt each other that makes me feel like just really deflates me a little about the fight, and I'm not as excited. Maybe that's, maybe I don't appreciate the beautiful boxing as much as I should. I don't know, but there's something about that makes me feel like those fights are a little boring. I'm not saying mad boring, just a little bit. But there's more marketing availability in Haney, so they give him the win. Really? Loma was like the pound for pound one of the best for a long time. I thought everybody loved him. Well, because he's not American, maybe? Loma was eating a lot of body shots, I feel. Yeah, that was the difference. He was. Yeah, he was. He was eating a lot of body. I thought the control was the difference. Just when you watch a fight, you just could see one fighter has control, even if it's just controlling the range and the tempo. I felt like Devin had that control, which is why I thought he won when I watched it. Then when I watched it again, slowed it down, zoomed in, looked like Loma won. But again, close. What do you think of Raymond Ford? I thought he was losing the fight by a little. I thought he showed great heart and determination. I thought his coach Anthony, who I kind of know, did a great job um, amping him up, like not only giving him technical advice, but also psychologically getting him focused and getting putting the light in the fire under his butt. I think they should rematch. I thought it was very strange how that guy, the Russian kid, who I think has a lot of amateur and pro experience, gets hit and turns his back. Think of this, guys. If that Russian guy would have taken a knee, as soon as he stumbled, he would have won the fight. Because by the time the ref counted to 8, the fight would have been over. And bells, you can't get saved by the bell in the last round. So even if he didn't get up, he could have got up. But even if he just took a knee, even if he just dropped and didn't get up, he would have won the fight. Because the scorecards would have given it to him, even with that as a 10-8 round. He didn't have the wherewithal to realize there's 6 seconds left. That's why you need coaches, people screaming, that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing I would do. 6 seconds, take a knee. You know what I'm saying? By the time the referee counted and wiped the gloves and said fight, bell would have rang. He would have won the fight. Kind of like Julio Chavez and Meldrick Taylor. Who you got between Zoo and Thurman? We talked about this earlier. I think, Thurman 60-40, 45-55. Close. You got Zoo. Looked like Loma won to me because 95 power punches landed. Devin landed less overall punches as well. Yeah, he did land less overall. But to me, when I first watched a fight, because there was a lot of them coming close and throwing a lot of shots, and you just see arms flying, and nothing landed clear. Because when I was saying about that power, none of them had that power where their heads would pop. So that's why I was like, that also makes it boring that nobody's gonna get knocked out, and you don't even see so you didn't see any heads popping. So and the angle felt like the cameras were like over the shoulder half the time. Just the angle, the TV angles were bad. So there was a lot of exchanges where you didn't see what landed clearly and what did and what didn't land clearly. So that was a big problem with the fight. So watching it and replaying it and doing it in slow-mo definitely helped me. What's up, Isaiah? GQ. Talk to me, guys. I'm about to get out of here in a little bit, but talk to me. What else we got going on? What else we got going on here? You guys think this is a good time to go live, or I think I'm gonna go again tonight. I don't know what's a better time. I'm trying to figure out the right times. I feel like it's good if I had a consistent time, right? As opposed to just being erratic with it. I always feel like this would be a bad time because people are at work, and you guys might be at work, and they can at work, but some people can listen to these kind of things at work. And it's also in Cali right now. It's 3 hours earlier, so people are still at work. Are you a trainer? I am not a trainer. No, I never trained. I've helped my friends. I've taught, like I used to teach boxing classes out of college. When I first, my first job, I was training, but like white collar. I didn't train actual fighters. I tried that, and they can't do what I can do, and that would frustrate me. Like if you don't have the speed and the skill and the understanding that I have, and it just frustrates me. So if I trained, it'd have to be only specific people who have good chemistry with. Devin stepped up for Regis. Yeah, he looked great against Regis. Absolutely. Think Haney will beat Tank besides Tank's power. I give away a lot of rounds. Devin won't give away many Tank. Yeah, I think you're right. Group B, what's up? I also appreciate your analysis as a former boxer. Thank you, Group. I appreciate it. But guys, please hit the like button. I want to try and get to 100 likes. I don't even know where we're at now. Probably nowhere near that, but I'd like to get it there. Yeah, man. I mean, I really think that in boxing, and not to put down anybody who hasn't boxed, but you don't get the same perspective if you've never done it. And I'm talking like even if you've gotten in the ring and sparred a couple times, you'll have a better perspective than somebody who's never sparred. But when I mean done it, I mean sparred a good amount of times. You don't even have to have fights. Fights help, but just sparred enough. You get such a perspective on boxing, and it really does make a difference. Um, I don't not take it into consideration people who haven't boxed, but people who have boxed definitely have just a deeper, more experience. And that's just like anything in life. If you've done it, you'll know about it better as opposed to just watching it. So yeah, I try and give my experience because a lot of boxing content on YouTube, they've never fought. So I try and give my experience. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it gives people a good perspective. Only 20? Ah, that's whack. 20 no good. 20 no good. But anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna bounce. I will come back on later tonight. By the way, guys, if there's anything you want, any breakdowns or whatever, stuff that comes to mind, old fighters, new fighters, hit me on the Instagram. It's I don't know if you guys follow my Instagram. I'm getting millions of views on Instagram right now, literally millions of views a month. It's Marco 3_ boxing, just like you see here, but that's at it on IG. Same thing. Go peep that, and hit me up. DM me if you guys have any content, any suggestions for content. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Peace.